Hello, hello, hello. Let us see if everything is working fine. Stream manager. Am I audible? Actually, I should mute this so I could listen. Am I audible? Hello, hello. All right, works fine there. What about YouTube? Looks like it's working to me. A little bit laggy. No, it's fine. Okay. Looks okay to me. I'm just gonna have this up. And okay, so you guys can come separately. And here we go. Muted, muted. Lower the volume. Put this back on. Okay. Right, so this is day 2. So yesterday we spent the majority of the day setting up our cold outreach email system. And that went well. I didn't get it finished that day, but I got a decent amount of it done. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, so we did get some of, hold on, Sales Navigator, Phantom Buster, sending it to an email verification tool to get emails from the LinkedIn profiles, and then sending those to a software called Instantly, which is going to be using our emails that we get to send out email campaigns. So that's what we did yesterday. I didn't get it all finished, so I decided to actually finish the rest of it off stream. And just to keep the transparency there, I'm going to make a video of it. I actually recorded everything that I made off stream. I just figured it was kind of boring as like a stream subject. There was a lot of stuff that I was figuring out. I was watching a lot of videos which I wasn't able to play. So it was just kind of boring. So it took me another few hours this morning to finish setting that up. So I got that done. I'll be making a video summarizing that whole system later at some point. I was hoping to get to making the stream summaries like right after I finish them, but that's unrealistic, especially if I want to make like decent videos. So sometimes I might not upload the summary of like the day, but maybe a few days worth of work so I could actually make something valuable. Because if I have a situation like that where I don't finish something I'm working on, would kind of make for a lame video because it wouldn't really teach anything in particular. So I figured I'll go through several days worth of streams and then worry about it. I thought that was a better idea. So today what I'm planning on focusing on, because I have to wait for those Instantly email accounts to get set up, I can't start outreaching yet. So in the meantime, while those are processing, I figured I'm going to work on some of my back end and front end stuff. So I was going to set up my onboarding forms today. So after I close a client, what I'm going to send to them to fill out so I could have all the information I need to get started. And we'll also probably be testing the client dashboard. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but I have that prepared as well to test the client dashboard. Then we're going to test out if the whole system works. We'll fill out the information and get to see if the form works, if the system is boring that we did yesterday, but this probably isn't going to be that much more interesting. The thing is, you're going to realize a common theme here is that most of this stuff is pretty damn boring. It really isn't that engaging or interesting. But maybe some people will find it interesting because they want to experience what that's like or see what goes on behind the scenes. But as a whole, it's not that interesting. I think the only time it would really get interesting is if there's some people to talk to and maybe some people asking questions, or we can discuss some topics that are happening in the world, something like that. That would make it more interesting. But for now, because all I have really to talk about is all the stuff that I'm doing, not going to be super engaging. But I'll try. I like commentary stuff, sometimes even just having it on in the background. So who knows? But anyway. Also, my electricity goes out pretty often here. I really hope it doesn't happen during one of the streams one day, but it probably will. It actually went out yesterday, right before I was about to stream, like 20 minutes before it or something. So I was kind of glad I didn't start streaming before that, because otherwise it would have been cut off. I have a UPS, which keeps my computer up, but it doesn't keep the internet up, so the stream would go kaput. So anyway, yeah, let's dive right into it. I have my onboarding form pulled up here, and I'll share that with you here. So you can see the onboarding form that I have set up. I already have some of it done. As you can see, we'll go through it in more detail. But I needed to make sure that this is set up because when I made this, I wasn't fully finished with my offer yet, and I was making some adjustments to what's in the offer and to my sales and qualification templates. So I think some of the stuff needs to be updated. I know I have some questions written down that I need to add. So gonna get to that. Oh man, I'm already yawning. That's a bad sign. So yeah, I have some questions I need to add. I want to make sure that only the most relevant stuff is actually added here so that I don't waste too much time. Because one of my selling points is to have a fast onboarding process. So it's like, I say it's a fast onboarding process, but then this takes a long time to fill out. People aren't going to be very happy with me. So this should take about 5 minutes. This section is fine. Now this is the longest section. So what's the name of the service? Oh, actually, I also need to keep attention to these required parts. So got to make sure that I have that written properly. Okay. So setup, offer, and booking setup. What is the name of the service / offer you want us to promote? That should be fine. Describe your offer in 1 to 2 sentences. I should probably put in some like subtitles under some of these to explain. But the thing is, for now, this isn't going to be sent on its own. It's going to be sent while I'm still on the call with a prospect. So once somebody pays, they're going to get redirected to this form. And then we're going to go through it together. So I would like to streamline some of it because there's some stuff I got to get done like quick. Like the ensuring I get all of the details I need from their Meta account, which is something that I actually want to test as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to test that on stream. I need to go through someone else's account and see what it would be like to set everything up from that perspective. Because it's a little different, when you're getting access to it as an agency as opposed to just doing it straight to an account that you have access to. So I need to make sure I figure out how that works. Describe your offer in 1 to 2 sentences. What does your offer help people achieve? What's the core transformation or promise of your offer? Who's your ideal client? What is the price of your offer? Is there deadline, limited spots, or urgency? Please explain if they click no. What's something your best clients usually say before they buy? This one's kind of similar to this one that I wanted to add, which is what do your clients say is the main reason they buy from you? I feel like this is kind of specific that I'm not sure a lot of people would be able to answer this. So I think I'm going to remove this and just replace it with the one I wanted to add. Do your clients say is the main reason they buy from you? Some extra space here. So that's that. I'm going to have to also update this in my automation. I have to publish and edit it in the automation to make sure that it still says the same thing. Let me check that out. That's working there. Now, just so you can see what I'm looking at here, here's this. So it's quite a simple automation that I have set up here. So it's essentially, it's connected to Tally, which is what I'm using to have the forms. And then it's getting sent to Airtable, which is the place I'm storing all of my records, and to Outlook as well, which they receive an email sent from my account after they sign up. Yeah, so I want to make sure that the new version is coming through. What do your best clients say about their offer? Something your best clients usually say before they buy. I wonder if that's only going to go through if I submit. You know, that might not be a big deal. I guess I'm just going to change it in the Airtable. Oh, okay. Main reason why buy from you. I kind of like the way that is. Because here they might not connect the dots in their head. Where would you like to serve clients? Do you have a preference for which countries you'd like to sell to or not sell to? Yeah. Provide your booking calendar and anything else you should know. I should probably include, I wonder if I should split this up into two sections, like 2.1 and 2.2. Because it's a little bit much, I think, for one screen. Then I'll add some of those other questions. I think I will do that. 2.1. And then maybe create it here. New page. Oh, don't want it there. We want it after this. Yes. And then view. I'll let it work. All right, so I will just edit manually. It is heading 1, section 2.2. Offer in booking setup. Yeah, that's a little better. So what makes you different from others in your space? To add a space here. There we go. Yeah, because I have a space on one. all the rest. Want to keep it consistent. I really don't want to get lost with the automation. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. Whatever. I'm overthinking it. It's fine. So, what are the other questions? What makes you different from others in your space? How many clients could you realistically take on? Is that a question I really need from them? So I guess they can kind of decide once we already set the budget. Which is another thing I actually need to remember. I don't know if I have that set up. Do I have the budget as a discussion? Yes. Okay. I have written that down. Okay, good. How are you currently getting clients? Is that really something I need to ask? Yeah, I probably should. I should probably label this as something different. Or not. You know what? Whatever. Would you like to serve clients? Let's add it after this long answer. What makes you different from others in your space? From people I've talked to before, it seems like nobody really ever has an answer to this question. This is more of like a just in case. I'm going to make a note for myself to add that to the automation to make.com. Let's add another. How many clients could you realistically take on? How are you currently getting clients? It's been mostly ads, organic referrals, outreach, or other. And then, how do most people find you? Maybe I should split this into 3 sections. Yeah, you know, I kind of like splitting it here. Page, new page. We're gonna add a heading 1, section 2.3, offer and booking setup. Add a space here. Cool. There's that. All right. So I have that. Where would you like to serve clients? The calendar that we're gonna book to. Maybe I should ask them if they need one to be set up. I'm actually not sure about this step yet. I think I wrote it down too. Consider whether or not I need to set it up for them. Because I could set up a cal.com account for them. I guess actually if they have a calendar that they use, they can send it to me. And if they don't, they would tell me. And then I could just ask them if they need one. So it should be fine. All right, anything else we need to know? That's fine. Any assets not included here will not be used in your initial campaign launch. The campaign can be updated at a later date with additional assets, and you will have the opportunity to upload additional assets in your portal. When sharing the links to your cloud storage service, please ensure you grant the appropriate permission so that we can access the assets. Write a link to any brand assets you want us to use. That is optional. I should make sure that any ones that are optional are here. Yeah. All right. Provide a link to any existing ad creatives you want us to consider. Provide a link to any lead magnets or PDFs you'd like included. Would you like to be at the forefront of the ads? This won't affect the initial launch. If you'd like to be at the forefront of your ads, we'll discuss this with you post-launch. Yeah, that's fine. Add access notes. Now here's where it gets a little bit confusing. So this is where I really need to consider how I want to deal with that. I want to let them get to that point and then show them. Do I want to, it's like, do I want to like share screen? Do I want to take over? Because right now what I have is I've put up the Facebook's official guides for viewing it. If they have a business portfolio, then yeah, you know what? This is probably something I'm going to figure out once I'm testing it. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So for now, I'll leave this the way it is. So essentially the way that it works is if they have a business portfolio, then it's going to ask them to set up their ad account. No. If they click yes, then it asks them to provide access by sending us a I guess it wouldn't be a request. It's more like they send us their account so that we can use their account. And if they don't have it, first it shows a link to set up the meta portfolio and then gives the guide. So I guess this should probably be here as well. Need to hide this. Yeah. Actually, since I'm going to be running through it with them, or I guess it's fine. Okay, that's that. Give me just a second. Okay, that's that. All right, please confirm that you've granted us access. That's fine. Link to business Facebook page if you have one, and business Instagram page if you have one. Those are okay. Additional notes. That's fine. Once this is submitted, we'll send you your client portal invite and confirm your ad account access. Remember, something is missing. We'll launch with the default setup based on best practices for your niche. You can upload additional assets via your client dashboard. Your form was successfully submitted. You'll receive an email with your client portal invite within 5 minutes. We'll start preparing your campaign using details we've shared. First, your campaign will go live in 72 hours. Your first weekly report will be delivered 7 days after launch. Please log into your client portal to see the next steps. If you haven't received an invite to your portal in 5 minutes, please check your spam. Maybe I could underline this. Okay, should be fine then. So what we should do is test this and see if it works. So let's try it out. Actually, I'm gonna have this over here for a second. Okay, it's fine. Copy link. What if the link changes? You know what? I actually should check this because sometimes links update when you're changing certain things in some platforms. So I just want to make sure that that's not the case here. I hate using authenticator apps. It's a shame they're so effective though. I have authentication, two-factor authentication everywhere. I don't fuck around with two-factor. And all my passwords are insanely long too, just to make sure. All right, so let me just check this link real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Where's the redirect? Confirmation page. Link. Okay, that is the same. Okay, so let's fill out this form. Let me see actually if there's no autocomplete stuff. That's gonna be weird. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, so we'll fill out this form and then test out to see if the email that we get and such from it is working in the automation, and then update anything that's missing that we just added. I forgot that I should have checked this. Sorry, I just got an email that I forgot to check. Is this a no reply email? Not sure. Sorry, I just had to write this email real quick. There's that. Yeah. Anyway, I got a little distracted there. Just having issues with a Google account of mine. Anyway, that's fine. I'm going to use my own details here. Email address. Phone number. Doesn't matter. Business name. Website URL. What's the name of the service or offer? Well, we're just doing a test, so it's going to be Long John. Yeah, Long John gives people humongous wieners. I spoke wieners wrong. How embarrassing. Fast. What does your offer help people achieve? Massive wiener, very fast. Yeah. I'm awesome at this, aren't I? What's the core promise or transformation of your offer? Wiener goes from very puny, tiny wiener to huge, massive, giant one. Who's your ideal client? People with small wieners. What's the price of your offer? Well, how much should that cost? Humongous wiener. 997. Is there a deadline, limited spots, or urgency? Yes. Deadline is end of July. We have limited spots due to very high demand. Only 500 per month. Because that we just don't have enough huge wieners to give away to more people. Should do it very fast before we fill our capacity. What do your clients say is the main reason they buy from you? They really love. God, my typing is horrible. They really love their massive schlongs because it makes their happy, fun time a better experience. Why do they hesitate or don't convert? They don't want to admit they have tiny wieners. What objection or hesitations do your prospects usually have? They're not sure if their wiener is small enough to warrant the investment. Also usually worried about the procedure having some lasting damage. What makes you different from others in your space? The sheer enormous size of the wieners we can provide. It is actually unfathomable. You, it's like a Python without exaggeration. Other companies just cannot provide this kind of quality. How many clients could you realistically take on? It's 500, so let's go 500. How are you currently getting clients? No, no, not referrals. Nobody would refer for that. I guess organic. How do most people find you? Organically through our social media. Well, where would you like to serve your clients? Pretty much anywhere. Provide your booking calendar link. I guess I could. What is my booking calendar link? Or nah, I'll just cal.com. Anything else we should know? If you ever need a huge wiener, let us know. Provide any brand assets. We're not going to add any link to creatives. Not going to provide any. Not going to provide any. No. Do you have a meta business portfolio? Yes. All right, we'll go through this. I just want to. I guess I can't skip because I'm not in the testing phase. So I'm just gonna write .com so it lets me through. All right, google.com. Now it'll let me through. Anything else you'd like us to know? Nah. Just reminding you about the fact that we can give you massive wieners. If you have any goals or concerns, give as many people as possible enormous schlongs. Once this is submitted, we'll send your client portal, yada yada, submit. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Now let's see if we're going to receive the email with this. This is on, right? Yeah. So this should work. If not, I'm going to be very upset. Yeah, it's set. Hold on, I want to make sure it's one record's in the queue waiting to be processed. Shit, is it because I was in edit mode? Process it then. Process it. Show queue. Detail. Can I manually process it? I guess I have to click run. Yeah, I shouldn't have been in edit mode. I was in edit mode in the automation. That's why it's fucked up now. But it did collect the data. So. What happened? Is it because of the new input fields? Hold on, let me go into it. Process old data. Run. Use existing data. Okay, this failed. Why? What happened? What? Cannot parse value here. Gonna handle error automatically. What's the issue? I don't understand. Uh-huh. Form submissions. Did I change the name of this? Ah, I did. That's the problem. Onboarding form submissions. Run. Use existing data. No? Still no? I really thought that would be it. Is this changed? Clients. No, it's fine. Oh, is it the whole thing? Client fulfillment system. And here's just called the client system. Yes. Now will it work? And I actually need to add more fields into this based on the form. So you can close that, go back in here, edit you. So back in Airtable, tally form. Oh, what am I doing? No, I need the form. Tally form and you. So common objections. That's fine. Where did we start adding more? Anything else? No. Common objections. And an ideal client location. Okay. So we need to add some more here. Need to add 4 more, I think. And they're all long text. What makes you different? From others in space. How many clients can you take? Clients could you realistically take on? How are you getting clients now? Currently getting clients. Is it mostly ads, organic referrals, outreach, or other? And one more. That's it. I think it's just those 4. What makes you different? So this needs to go after objections. Yeah. And then this goes after what makes you different. How many clients? And how do most people find you? And an ideal client location. Yeah. Okay. So that's done. So now if we go back to here and refresh this, we should get some more fields. What makes you different? Where is it then? Yeah, it's here. What makes you different? But this is not picking it up. Are these the new ones? Hmm. Why do they look like this? Yeah, it is these though. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why it looks like that. I guess it's fine as long as it works. Strange. It's these fields by ID. Yeah, it's like it's taking it by ID. The ID is different there. Ah, is it because I'm scrolling too far? No, it's not here either. What does this say? Oh no, here it is. They're just at the bottom. Oh, okay. What makes you different from others? How many clients can you take on? How are you getting clients? And how do most people find you? Yeah, they just went to the bottom for some reason. Okay, there's the problem. So now this should work. Oh my god. What does that mean? What does that mean? Cannot parse value for access granted confirmation. For access granted confirmation. What does that mean? Probably has something to do with the access granted field, if I were to guess. Access. I just saw it a second ago. Where'd it go? Access granted. I confirm. Is that not how it's sent? Let's see. Please confirm you've granted us access. I confirm. So what's the problem? Please confirm. Ah, I've selected. Okay. That's probably it. Let me delete this as a submission. Access granted confirmation. Please confirm you've granted us access. I confirm. Do you have a meta business portfolio? This is probably wrong as well. You'd like to be at the forefront of your ads. That's the answer I need. Yeah. Is there urgency? What's the state of your offer? What's the price? Offer price, ideal client description. I guess I didn't add this as a field. Yeah, it's just the details. Okay, that makes sense. And then that's it. Those are the only ones. So now it should work. Yes. Yes. Shit. This probably needs to be updated too. God damn it. God damn it. Clients. Okay, email, booking, website link. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. It already processed the data. Okay, so it won't have worked for sending to the other one, but this one should. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So submission ID, name, first name, numbers, links, offer name, all the information is there. Main reason clients buy from you. Why is this empty? Is it because it's gone? What is the main reason people buy from you? So it says the main reason they buy from you. That's probably why. Okay. Well, this is why we test. You know, this is why we test. We ignored those. Okay, everything else worked. So I'm gonna delete this and run it through one more time. Actually, let me see if I got the email. I did. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So email successful. And then I need to see if I'm probably not going to get an invite link. Yeah. How does it... I need to check out how this works. I have unpublished changes. Okay, publish changes. So it should send an invite link. Users. Email password authentication. You get removed. User groups. Okay, you can see this page. So here's what I'm doing, just so you see. Email authentication, sign up. Where's the automatic invites? There's me. Notifications. Invitation. Automatically send invitation email when a new user is created. Okay. So it should do that. So why didn't it? Is it just taking a while? Maybe it went to spam. Not go to spam. Maybe it just takes a while. That could be it. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm gonna publish this and try again. it does say status invited, so maybe it is just the kind of thing where I just have to wait. Not sure. Oh, it's a pretty crucial thing to test, so I'm really hoping that I'm gonna get an email soon. I'm not really sure what other way I could set this up. I tried to set this up in a different way before, where I included as part of the email, but it wasn't working because they have to have an invitation from the app. Maybe, you know what? Automatically send an invitation email. Nah, I don't think that would work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. Gotta love dealing with problems like this, huh? Okay, anyway, well, at least that worked. The clients tab should also be populated. Yes. Actually, yeah, wait, this did work. I thought it didn't work, but it did. I guess it did go through. Okay, perfect. Actually, I don't need to redo that then. Should be working fine. I'm probably going to test it again later on. Ah, we got the email. Okay, it didn't break. We did get a notification. Show images. You've been invited to the client portal. Perfect. Okay, it did work. Awesome. Okay. Well, in that case, I probably shouldn't have deleted the form submission because there's some important stuff here. Well, no, I guess this is the important stuff. I don't really need this stuff from the onboarding itself. I'll just keep this one here. So when I created this, it should have also created the project timeline, which it did a lot of. Why is there so many? Oh, because I clicked random. Okay, never mind. That's because I created random records before. This happens every time I create any record. That's the issue. Okay, so this gets automatically created when I send the email as well, which is awesome. Let me make sure there's nothing else in these tabs that is bad to show. No, it's fine. Okay. So, and it also created these. So same with this. I don't need these empty ones. I don't want to clear cells. I want to clear rows. Okay. That got created as well. Perfect. So that's working. Client visibility. This will automatically change based on the progress of this. Yeah, that's all extra stuff. Don't need any of that. Yeah, cool. All right. That works nicely. So I guess the next step then is to see if we can log into the portal, take a look what it looks like from the client side. Let's do that. Please click on this link to log into the application. So when I click on the link that I got from the email, this is what shows up, which is cool. So this is like what's going to be happening from the client side now. That's what we're seeing. And this is the interface. So now this should populate with some details as well. Cool. That's what we're going to see when we log in. Nice. I'm going to move this over while I create the password real quick. This is probably difficult to follow, so I apologize about that, but you know, you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Probably gonna make a separate video on how to set up these kind of things as well. Actually, will I? I'm not sure because it'd be a lot of work redoing it. Because I'd have to just, I might just explain it instead. Okay. So, creating my password. Perfect. And here is the portal. So this is what the client will see when they log in. Nice. Leads generated, ad spend, cost per lead, booked appointment. So this will be manually updated. Cost per lead will be automatically calculated, booked appointments. Not sure how we can include that. I guess there probably is some way. Maybe when we set up, you know what, in that case, I think it might be a good idea to set up a custom booking calendar for everybody, which I have control over. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. Okay. I am going to go get some water. So, I'm back. Got my water. Ready to go. Right. So, this is the client portal. This is what they get to see. I'm going to have to make sure that this is working properly. I'll have to test this. But I'm probably not going to get around to that today. I'm going to need to update this too because this is a little outdated. Upload assets. Nice. I'll have to test if all of these things are working. Campaign progress. Perfect. Invoices and documents. Cool. Looks good. That is good news. Email gets sent. That system is working. So, what should we do next? Is this finished? Let me see my notes. Add to make. That's done. That's okay. Yeah, I was happy with this. Yeah, cool. Okay. So we're done with the form. What now? Stripe. Automate Stripe invoices. Redirect to a custom thank you page. I should set that up with my website. Would look a little better. Instead of sending it to just the flat form. Make sure I include something about the client setting up their billing. Yeah, I should do that too. I should have them set up their billing. Maybe that's something I should include in the onboarding. I'm not sure actually how I'm gonna handle that. I'm not sure. Hmm. What would be the best way to get them to set up their billing? Probably after they make their accounts. Maybe I should just include that as, since I don't know how to do it right now, I should just include it as part of my sales script. So let me add that real quick. There's my script. Um, Warning form. Make sure you get access to their Meta Business Manager and they set up billing. Gonna make this red, make sure it's visible. So that solves that problem. Need to create a document for fulfillment. Should make note of what I need to walk the client through when they're doing the onboarding form. I guess that kind of is it. Don't really need to include that. Make sure to mention to clients to be wary of scams. I guess they could probably get that as part of the email. Yeah. I could set that up in here in their welcome email. I don't know if that's enough. I guess I should make it bold. Should I add it as like a PS message? Yeah, I guess it would be more visible there. Man, I hate the fucking formatting on this stuff. Paragraph. I guess this will also be a paragraph. And then instead of that, I'll have important note. It'll be in the same line, I guess. Should be fine. Or will it? Yeah, I guess it should be. But this might create gap. I don't know. Please do not do any. Please be wary of scams. Reply to any email. Please do not reply to any email. Let's see how that looks. No. Important note, please. Why is it? Fuck. Please be wary of scams. Do not reply to any email other than. Please be wary of scams. Do not reply to email regarding your campaign. Do not reply to any email regarding your campaign. How do I phrase this? Email other than in regards to your campaign. If you believe you have received book themselves. Do not reply to any other email than us in regards to your campaign. If you believe you have received an email from Facebook themselves. Emails validity. How about this? I don't need to break there. Please be okay. Did I not include a colon here? No. Okay. Important note, please be wary of scams. Do not reply to any email other than this in regards to your campaign. If you believe you received an email from Meta or Facebook themselves, feel free to confirm the email's validity with us first. Okay. Should be fine. That fixes that. What's next? Ask the client if they have a guarantee and discuss it with them. Is that not a question? Did I really not have that as a question? Yes, I can add it here. my brain not working? What is this? Is this checkboxes? Checkboxes. No. Multiple choice. Multiple choice. Offer. Do you offer a guarantee? Yes. No. Long. Please provide details. And then for no additional logic. I do when you offer a guarantee is yes, then show blocks please provide details. Yeah. Now I have to add this to their table. What was the other one that I had? Is there a deadline? Scarcity details. To copy you basically. Long text. Details. I'll have to test it again. It's all good though. Okay. We're just doing anything. Numbers. Yada 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 yada. Yes. Yada yada. Why is this not here? This is why you test. This is why you test. Why is that not showing up? I published it. Why is it not showing up? There it is. Yes. Yes. Or no. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. Yada 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 yada. Skip. Come on. Skip. Fuck on. Skip. Yes, skip, skip, skip. Yep. Skip, skip, submit. Okay. Let's see if that worked. Ah, fuck, I was in this thing again. God damn it. Okay, run. Use existing data. Okay. Did it go through? I need to refresh this. Guarantee details. Where are the guarantee details? How do most people find you? Oh shit, your profile picture looks like Jason Bateman. Like after making a business, there would be shopping stream. I'll be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll take that as a compliment though. I don't even know who Jason Bateman is. I only know Patrick Bateman, and that's probably unrelated. Here it is. Okay. Save. Okay, so that should have worked. Yes, I got the campaign email. Perfect. It says, hey, Fussedeguf. Perfect. That's exactly what we looked up. The email has been formatted well. That is done. Published. All good. Now it should be good. I don't actually want another invite to be sent. Okay, it won't. One user client not synced. Or does it? Duplicated email. Okay. There is duplicate. They don't automatically duplicate, which is great. Nice. Some user groups are deactivated. Okay, I wasn't using them anyway. Okay, great. So that's set up. That went through. There should be a second client here now. Yep. Nice. And this form submission. Let's see if everything filled in. Nothing but, yeah, guarantee didn't because it didn't exist. Everything else did. Perfect. I don't need this right now. Okay, nice. Cool. Okay, that's that. I can take that off my list. Yeah, I'm kind of curious now. Who is Jason Bateman? I'm going to look that up. He looks kind of familiar. Oh, yeah, no, I've totally seen this guy before. But I don't know where. Some kind of movies at some point, probably. Okay. Cool. All right, what's next on the list? Ugh. God, this is boring. This is not fun. All right, Stripe. Thank you page. Not going to do anything on my website right now. Document for fulfillment. Contact form. It's also website related. All right, I guess I'm done with this list. Test the meta client setup. All right. Do research on copy targeting creatives for the ad campaign I will run. We can do that later. Set up system for sending automatic email phone notifications. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this one yet. That's something I'll probably have to brainstorm before I start streaming. Let me see the client funnel. So onboarding form should be fully done now. So I'm going to mark that as green. Here's what I'm looking at. I have this whole thing that I mapped out of pretty much everything I have to do regarding like setup of outbound prospecting, sales, onboarding, and service fulfillment. So the green stuff is stuff that I've already done. Yellow and orange still need to be completed. So welcome email portal link. Make sure this is set up invoices. That's not done yet. Okay, the welcome email and is good. The portal link is good. And now I need to just design the actual portal. But there's some stuff I need to test first to be able to do that. Yeah. So I'm not sure what to do next. Add copy, creative, landing page, VSL. Could try to build my bonuses. The launch day playbook. Finish that. It's not a super difficult thing to do. Yeah, because I need to brainstorm a little bit more with the client portal. So I don't really want to do that right now. That is on. That's fine. Yeah, I will leave that as is for now. I don't think I need these anymore. Now I just need to consider what I'm going to do next. And my head is starting to hurt from these damn headphones. I'll just take them off. I actually only wear them for what am I trying to say? I'm getting tired. I only wear them to block out noise like from other rooms and stuff. There's also a lot of echo in here, so it's kind of annoying hearing myself talk because it's so loud. I feel like it's distracting. So yeah. Not fully sure what to do next. That's my least favorite thing about lists. Is that it seems like the more stuff you do, the more stuff you write down that you have to do. So it's like you have a list of stuff and you do one or two of them in a day. And then when you're finished, by the end of the day, you add like 4 more things you have to do. So the list just gets infinitely longer. I hate that shit. And I hate lists as well. I hate lists because it's like you write down what you have to do and you don't want to do any of it. Like, do you get that? Like you write down what you got to do, but then you look at the thing at the top of your list and you're like, this thing fucking blows. I don't want to do this. I get that all the time with everything on my list. And it's so hard. It's so hard not to let myself do the easiest things on the list because I also separate them based on priority. Like here. Look at my list. So I separate them based on priority, and I also mark them yellow for the ones that I really need to do quickly. And it just the temptation you feel to just like look at this shit at the top, and you're like, I'll do research for the stuff I'm gonna need to build, test out the meta ad setup, boring as fuck, create 4 bonuses that I'm including as part of my offer. And I just really want to go down to the bottom and just go like, email nurture system for myself. That's still kind of annoying, to be honest. Set up content creation system. That would be probably not too bad. Look into cold calling software. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just I hate looking at the shit on my list and knowing I have to do it. Create ad variants and set up a system for creating more ad variants with ChatGPT. I'm not sure about that. That's more of like, I put it there because I thought it would be a good idea, but I'm not sure if it's necessary. Probably the next easiest thing for me to do would be, see, I just caught myself. The next easiest thing for me to do. You see how your brain works against you? It's crazy. But I'm also thinking about it in terms of the stream. I don't like, some of these things are a bit more complicated. I need to like think through what I'm gonna do first and then do it. I don't want to come up with this stuff while streaming because I think that would be insanely boring. Not like the rest of the stream is extremely entertaining, because it's not. This stuff is boring as hell. I could do this. I got feedback. So this is basically the launch day playbook is like kind of self-explanatory. It's a PDF document that the clients receive on the day that we launch their ad funnel. And it explains some, you know, some metrics of their ads and tells them what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. And I got some feedback on that, but I don't really remember. So again, that's something that I think that I should do later. I should get the feedback, write down the notes of the things I need to change, and then change it accordingly, rather than come up with everything while I'm there. Some of it is self-explanatory, but it's also like design stuff. So it's like also kind of boring. I'm kind of shit at design. So it takes me a while to do this stuff. And I don't think that would be the best use of my time, probably. Yeah, the 4 bonuses. I mean, it's really only like 3 bonuses. Weekly performance report as well. Contracts, invoices. Actually, that's almost fully done. It's just invoices I have to look at. Need to update them based on my current offer. Let me make a note of that. $800 million leads. I actually got through half of that book. Pretty cool so far. I like it. This is old news. Oh, I really can't decide. Really can't decide. Let me take a look at how my stream is doing and if it's doing fine. What even are the 4 bonuses? I don't even remember. Something that I should probably look into. You know what? I'm gonna take a short few minute break just to like gather my thoughts a little bit. Gonna take a short walk. It's getting really fucking hot in this room. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So, I thought a little bit about what we could do, and I thought, let's try design one of the bonuses. One of the bonuses is an ad spend calculator. Now, I don't even really know what I mean by that. Excuse me. So I thought of making like a calculator where you can put in how much ad spend. Sorry, no, I'm just trying to think through what I'm about to say. So it's like I want somebody to be able to put in how much they're spending and have them get metrics for how much they can expect to get back. So I'm not sure how well that's going to work because obviously some of these things might change depending on the industry that they're in. So I guess I could focus on my specific niche, which is landscapers, because that's who I'm going to be selling to. So I guess I should probably focus on metrics from that. But I don't even know how I'm going to gather that data. It's probably going to be mainly just ChatGPT, and I don't know how reliable that's going to be. So let's just see. Let's do something and see how well that goes. So just give me a second here. New chat. Okay. So let's see. I'm just gonna paste what I said about the bonus into ChatGPT. Let's see. Main view. So, prompting time. I need to create a an ad spend calculator which shows my clients who are landscaping business owners how much they can expect to get back for their ads based on how much they are going to spend on ads. Now, this really depends on their offer too. So we need to also add the ability to put in the price of their offer and use that as a condition for the calculation so that it can so that the calculator can scale across different services they may provide. You are an expert marketer who has knowledge, who has deep expertise on everything related to marketing, including all relevant digital advertising metrics. I need to create an ad spend calculator for Google Sheets. Different services. What else is important? I guess these could be important. Give me a draft with what I should do to create this. Let's see how well that does. All right, let's start with that. See how far we can get with it. I can't make this any smaller. That's fine. All right, time to open Google Sheets. Maybe you should have a little, like, it might be a good idea to have a little banner somewhere on screen for next stream so that people can understand what I'm currently doing. Because I imagine anybody new that joins, it's probably a little bit confusing. Why did that happen? I changed the account and clicked Google Sheets and it changed my account back to the other one. I hate when that happens. What is this? Okay. And spend. All right, calculator. I prefer using Excel, so I'll see how well this works. Clearly, okay, create input section. Clearly label input box at the top left. A1 to B1. Monthly ad spend. Let me bring this over here. Come on. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. You know what? I'm actually going to add that banner now. Let me see how to do that real quick. Just, I think it'll make the experience a little better. Let me see here. Add new. Text. Oh, look at that. Creating bonus input offer is a spend. should probably create my own. Yeah. Is there any way to add a background color? Here we go. Yes. Or set a background. Ah, whatever. Doesn't matter. You come here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Gives a little bit of context at least. There. All right. Monthly ad spend. Service. I could probably make it look nicer afterwards. I just want to get the logic done. I want to make sure I understand what I'm building first. View down. Label. Value. Be like that then. You can pre-fill values but mark them as editable. Yeah, I should probably have these be their own color. Something like this. Yeah, piss yellow. Perfect. Backend calculations. Calculations. Cost per lead. What is it that I want them to input? Price of the service or job, monthly ad spend. Landing page conversion rate probably won't be relevant for them. Call booking rate is probably better. Yeah, don't need this. I guess the cost per lead would be the landing page conversion rate. Landing page conversion rate. Yeah. But will they understand what that means? I'm going to assume that their call rate is the conversion rate. That instead of landing page conversion. Yeah. Should I? I'll leave it. Call booking rate and then sales close rate. Yeah, that makes sense. %, 30%. So U equal ad spend divided by landing page conversion rate times 1% times 100. What the fuck? Uh, how do I give these a comma? I'm used to Excel, so all of this formatting shit is this maybe? No. All this formatting shit on Google beats me. Ah, whatever. I'll figure it out later. Let's see if that makes sense. So you're determining cost per lead to be the monthly ad spend divided by the landing page conversion rate times 1%. Why? Wouldn't it just be, hold on. Cost per lead is how much you're spending to get X amount of customers. If you have if you get 1,000 customers, no, 100 customers, cost per conversion is 1,000. Your conversion percent is 15. Hold on. Oh, okay. So you're spending. I need to know CPM for this too. Because I spend 1,000. And I get I feel like I should give a range as an answer. Let me do some research real quick. I don't know if there's even an estimate I could do for this. I wonder if I could just look one up. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, it might make more sense to use something like this. a little confusing looking. I wonder if there's a simpler one. I like this one. Let's try this one instead. I guess I can leave that. It's gonna be a pain to make this look good. Now that I look at it, this isn't that valuable either. I might have to change the value because I have the value for this written down as like a few hundred. That's not the case. I should probably lower that. I'd actually like to have this as a free thing on my website at some point. What I could do, actually, is just remove these from my offer. Well, nah, I'm better off having it, make it look cleaner. Yeah. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? Because I need this to become a merged box so it doesn't fuck up the formatting. So in that case, how do you merge here? Merge. All right. And then you go here, merge, and merge. Okay. So let's see here. This is 1%, and price per job, let's say, is $1,000. So that's going to be 10. So your monthly revenue is going to be, God, my brain is already so tired I can't even do basic math. It's embarrassing. So this times 1% times number of appointments. Can I not bring this up to the top? Is Google Sheets gay like that? I'll figure that out afterwards, whatever. So that's that. So yearly, that's monthly. Yearly is going to be, I need this to be exact formatting. Come on, whatever. Simple solution. Times 12. Cool. So if I bring this up to 7, is correct. If I bring this up to, say, 21, that's fine. Okay, perfect. That's that. Now, investment is going to be just this plus this. So 2000. Yeah, that's fine. Give this over to you. Plus you plus you times 12. And then your return on investment will be, let's make the math easy. Say, do that, do 30, 30. Hey, Adam. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I was gonna say I hope you're enjoying it, but I know you're probably not because this is insanely fucking boring. Hey, I'm all good, man. How about you? I see you have YT in your name. Is that as in YouTube? And you're on Twitch? That's blasphemous. Where was I? That's good to hear, man. Good to hear. We love it when people are good. 3, 6. I'm originally from Lithuania, but I spent most of my life in Ireland, so I more so associate with that. How about you? Yeah, nice to meet you too, man. From the UK, nice, nice. I've never been there. Sure, go for it. If it's design stuff, I'm just really not interested because I don't really care about growing much. I'm just showcasing my stuff, so I just don't think that I'd be the best target audience for you for that. Don't ban me, lol. You get a lot of people banning you. How would I format this better? So I want to show it as a total and a percentage. I guess I could do it like this. Or actually, return on investment, total investment. So investment is that. Do this. Now I should use the percentage. I should have saved it. God damn it. U minus U brackets divided by U brackets times 100. There you go. 200% increase. This is going to be 56. This is going to be 51. This is going to be 3. Okay, cool. Looks to be working nicely. Their close rate should be around 20. All right. Well, there's that. Now I just need to make this look better because this is ugly. So I don't need this. Reach out to center text. I guess I could do it all. Format, alignment, middle. Perfect. Google Sheets how to add 1,000 comma. Son of a bitch. Format, number. Nice. Good. Now I want to add this. They're a bit thick, huh? Or not. That's the thinnest? Really? All right. And then for you as well. Probably for all of them. Then give him some colors. It's a bit dark. Man, these colors are so ugly. Green. I make this dark and like that. I don't really like the way this is, so I'm going to merge these. Eh, does that look okay? Not sure I like it the way it is. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, I don't know what more I can do for this. There's not really a need for these guys to show that, so. Yeah, not sure how I can improve this much more. It's pretty basic. This is something I should really just have on my website instead and remove it from that. From the bonuses, because this is kind of lame. Yeah, I might remove it. I'm not sure. Anyway, I should mark that at least as started. My board. Grid bonuses. Orange. Hmm. Yeah, okay. That's about it, I think. Uh, I gotta go work out, so that'll do for today. I should get in the habit of starting earlier. Got so fucking hot in here. Should turn on the AC. I should get in the habit of starting earlier. I started at what, like 2:30? I guess that's not that bad. But just I should try to start at 1 o'clock. Ideally, I'd like to get to that point. But yeah, for anybody that tuned in, thank you. I hope that you found some of this at least somewhat interesting. Probably not, because it's not fun. This is more just for documentation purposes. And I'm going to make like proper full videos actually talking about some of this stuff where relevant. But yeah, thank you anybody who's watching, and hope you have a great day. Peace.